Lutzi and Susie O'Neill. The best bits.
I came across all these famous people that are related to each other that I didn't realise were. Mm. But as a footnote to that, because we're talking about the Olympics, did you see that Loretta Harrob's daughter got runner-up in the Wimbledon junior singles over the weekend?
Loretta Harrob, triathlete.
Loretta Harrob was a triathlete in my era who got a silver medal at the Sydney Olympics.
Indeed.
And she's got two kids who are really good tennis players. God. Emerson Jones, the daughter, got runner-up in the girls' Wimbledon tennis. The best result since Ash Barty.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, did you know about that?
I did not know about that.
But I saw that Liz Smiley, the tennis player, her son, Elvis Smiley, he's just qualified for one of the majors, I'm sure, the British. Was it
in golf?
Yes, but he's a really good golfer.
Oh, wow.
I think that's this week.
He's a gun golfer.
Okay.
That kid.
Yeah, it's funny, hey. So, well, I'm going down more of a path of celebs because I saw yesterday that the voice of Bart Simpson, Nancy Cartwright, is actually, it's a woman.
Yep.
Is the auntie of Sabrina Carpenter. You know that singer we play all the time? Have you got any of Bart?
Ooh, okay. Let's have a look.
Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot there. And I've got a list of them that are all related that I never even knew that were related. I can start going through them if you want.
Let's go.
Okay. And it's good actually having Mitch here because some of these people I don't know who they are. So Julia Roberts.
Why is Mitch going to help?
Because they're movie stars.
Julia Roberts, I've heard of her.
Have you heard of Emma Roberts?
Yep. Emma Roberts?
Yeah.
Which one's she?
Oh, she's been...
One of the Emmas.
She's been in a lot of stuff. She's in the American Horror Story a fair bit over the last couple of years.
Yeah. Her auntie is Julia Roberts.
Mm.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that, actually.
Do you guys watch Emily in Paris, the TV show?
No. It was still... No, I can't say I use a line for that.
Oh, my God, it's really good. Mitch, have you seen it?
I've been around when my wife watches it, yes.
It's really, really good.
Jodie's loves
Yeah.
it too.
Just quickly, Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
Are you still doing that one, or was it like...
Yeah, I've gone to the next one, but that's fine.
No, because Eric Roberts,
Yes.
the actor, is the dad.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know who Eric Roberts was either.
That too.
No, he's not the dad. He's the dad,
He's the dad of
Emma,
Roberts.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And, and the brother of Julia.
Yeah.
You don't if you saw him, that guy.
Oh, yeah. No, I've moved on to...
Sorry.
Lily Collins is the main actress in Emily in Paris. I definitely recommend it. It's a really good show. Her dad is Phil Collins.
Really?
Yes.
Is Phil still hanging in there?
Yeah, I think so.
Is he going all right?
Yeah. Touring around, not releasing anything, but...
He sends you his best too. Still hanging in there.
No, he hasn't been well.
Yeah, right.
I saw a picture of him up on stage and he didn't look good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Here's a good one. And they've acted together, these two. Emily Blunt, Devil Wears Prada.
And James Blunt.
No, not James Blunt. Is Stanley Tucci's sister-in-law. Is that how you say his name?
Oh,
Mitch?
Tucci. Yeah,
Tucci.
yeah.
Emily Blunt is Stanley Tucci's sister-in-law.
I believe because this is the trivia that I know that's useless to me, when they made Devil Wears Prada,
Yeah.
she introduced, because he started that with her, and she introduced them, and they got married to Emily's sister,
Oh, that's how they got together.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Stanley Tucci? He's that bald guy.
No.
I think, again,
Yeah,
you'd know
I
him.
know
You'd know him.
Oh, yeah, I
Sorry.
know him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's like a scene stealer in everything he's been in. But yeah, Devil Wears Prada, Hunger Games, yeah, he's great.
He does all this cooking stuff now too.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also
On
travel shows.
Yeah, it's good.
Stanley Tucci Goes to Italy.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend that too, actually.
And that's her dad.
Brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You guys know this one. Dakota Johnson is
Yeah,
the daughter
Dakota
of...
Johnson of Meg
50 Shades.
Mel
Dakota.
Griffith.
Yeah.
Mel Griffith.
Mel Griffith.
And the dad is...
John Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good matchup.
Melanie Griffith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they still together?
No, she went and hooked up with... Was she with Antonio Banderas for a while?
Yeah,
And they
she
broke
was.
up. They were
Did they
together
break
for
up?
like 20 years, but they broke up the last couple of years.
I told you about the time I ran into her in an airport lounge
No.
in New York.
Sounds good. Let's
Melanie
finish on this.
Griffith.
Was it just at a bar, or was it at an airport?
It was at like an airport lounge, like the equivalent of like
Corners Club.
Corners
type thing?
Club type thing in New York. And we were going to fly home. Jodie's gone to the bathroom. Melanie Griffith is at the bar. And I was like, oh, I'm going up. I'm going up. And
Really?
and I went up and she ordered the red drink, like a
Bloody
cocktail.
Mary.
And I went, oh, what is that? And she goes, it's a Bloody Mary. And I've always wondered, what is in a Bloody Mary? She told me what was in it. She goes, oh, you're Australian. And I went, yeah. And she said she just finished filming a film with an Aussie.
Oh, yeah.
Joel Edgerton.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Yes.
Russell. What's his name?
No, Joel Edgerton.
Oh,
Were you-
yeah.
Were you also thinking at this point, geez, I hope Jodie takes a long time there.
Well, I ordered
whatever she's doing.
I ordered a Bloody Mary. I said, I'm going to order one of them too. So I ordered a Bloody Mary and I was there long enough. And then Jodie actually did come out and saw me chatting up with Melanie
God.
Griffith at the bar.
What did Jodie do?
That
But
reminds
she
me.
just kind of stood there, and then Melanie left, and then we walked onto the plane, and she was in business class. We had to walk past her. Very shameful. Yeah, we're back here, but we had a little wave, and then she got straight into a limo when we got to LA, and she was gone. It was like,
Wow,
wow,
that's
that's
interesting.
her first class service everywhere.
For some reason, it just reminds me. I was watching Modern Family yesterday. Who's the dad at Phil?
Yeah.
It's the sort of thing he'd do, when waiting for his wife to return from the
Yeah,
toilet,
yeah.
and panicking.
Ash, Lutzi, and Susie O'Neill. The best bits.
Remember I told you there's been there's been a dog pooing on my front lawn?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Oh,
Well, I'll tell you what's going on. We were away for a month, came back, mowed the lawn, so it looks beautiful. Literally a couple of hours later, I go out there to have a look at it. There's dog poo back on there again. And yesterday, I think
Do
I
they have
found...
a fence?
Yeah, but
Like do they
It's
get
on the-
in-
it's on the...
It's on the curbside.
It's on the curbside.
Oh, it's on the-
So
between-
theoretically, it's not our lawn, is
it's
it?
on the, well, yeah, but it's
It's council.
I got you.
Yeah, we still mow it and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
but it's on the bit
Yeah.
between the fence and the street. Yesterday, I think I found the lady that did it.
The lady that did it. Well, this story's
Well,
taken
that's
an
way-
unexpected
Well, that's
turn.
way more
So
interesting.
you never see it coming, do you?
No. Well, Cliff picked me up yesterday, finished work at lunchtime and came and picked me up to go for a swim. And he rang me and said, I'm at the front driveway, come out, but there's a lady here who's got a dog on a lead. It's a little,
Jitsu or something.
no, it was, a little dog,
I hope so.
a mid-sized dog. And she's on our lawn with a leash, but she's trying to drag it off the lawn. I think it's the pooer.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh, have a look. Anyway, I ran out there, and by that stage, she dragged the dog off the lawn, but she was down the street, and she was in her pajamas. She was wearing
Oh, the
pajamas.
woman? That's
the woman was in
inappropriate.
pajamas, and it was 1:30 in the afternoon.
You know what that is?
What?
Well, that's not like she's just taking the dog on a random walk. She's gone, okay, the dog needs to take it.
Yes.
So she's just
Yes.
walked the dog specifically to a spot to do
Yes.
it and then dash back in her pyjamas.
Yeah, and I reckon when Cliff drove
Apart
home,
from her
and,
being lazy at 1:30.
or maybe she was a shift worker, maybe she was a nurse
Yeah,
overnight.
you're
and
right.
just
If
woke
you're a
up.
nurse, I apologise.
No, but so Cliff parked in the driveway, so I reckon she's seen him park
I reckon
there and
you're
gone,
right.
oh, someone's here, I better drag the dog away. And
It
Cliff
reeks
said,
of a quick duck outside, let the dog do its business, and then get back in as quickly as possible.
Yep, and then she dragged it down the street, and by the time I came out, she was right down the bottom of the street, and her dog was on another bit of grass, and then the dog started crouching like it's doing a poo.
Yeah, because it was busting by then.
And I said to Cliff, do
What are you
dogs...
talking about? We normally go 3 houses.
yeah.
They can do it, they can't.
I said to Cliff, do dogs, do they wee like crouching as well, or is it only doing a poo if it crouches?
Depends.
Oh, so yeah,
Depends.
that's what Cliff said. I'm like, well, it could be weeing or it could be pooing. I don't know. But it looks like it's pooing. I said to Cliff, that's the lady. We need to go down and check. And then he's making me out like I'm overreacting.
No, see, I thought you were going to say
But
because you've
it's,
been.
it's a different pose between a dog. You can tell if a dog's taking a leak
Oh, yeah.
or something
Yeah.
far more
Yeah.
sinister's going on. It is a different pose.
It's like they crouch their back two legs and kind
Yeah.
of...
yeah.
Well, that's almost certainly doing it.
When they're not lifting their leg but they're taking a leak, they look like Lutzi when he's trying to warm his whatever that stretches you do in between the news breaks sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
I don't know that one.
Yeah,
The turtle.
He gets
No, I
down
call it
on
the turtle.
Yeah, and he kind of arches back.
the day after pickleball.
yeah.
Yeah.
After pickleball.
It's
Well-
post pickleball day.
Post pickleball.
Okay, well, I've missed that pose, but this one definitely looked like it was pooing.
Yeah.
But
So
I'm
I'd say
like,
that's definitely your culprit.
that's the lady. And I said to Cliff, that's her. We
Let's
need to
go get her.
And he's like, you are so overreacting. It doesn't matter. I'm like, it does matter.
By the way,
No,
was
it
it Peter
does.
Alexander? Her
I couldn't
pyjamas?
tell. It was too far away. And
no,
I just stood,
it
I
would be
stood there
important.
with the door open because Cliff was on the phone.
And her street is definitely Peter Alexander.
Yeah, I was going to say. Lutzi, I was going to say before, in her street, there's no shift workers.
A, there's no shift
yeah.
workers, and B, everyone wears
Yeah.
Peter Alexander all the time.
Ash, Lutzi, and Susie O'Neill. The best bits.
The dishwasher's broken. Can you put that music
Cliff.
on, please? The sad music.
Oh, is this first world problems? Yes.
Oh, no, it's not. It should be.
Oh.
I mean, there's only two of us at home. We probably don't really need a dishwasher. But it smells because once your dishwasher breaks and you can never use it again, there's always water in the bottom. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
And I try
I've
and
had
get
that before.
And I try and get the water out, but it keeps filling up again. And it stinks so badly. Anyway, I had a guy come over last week to try and fix it. and I found it quite embarrassing. I suppose we can keep this music. You know what caused the dishwasher to break?
You hadn't washed the plates down before you put them in the dishwasher.
That would have contributed to this because, yes, cockroaches
Oh,
have got into my dishwasher and eaten the motherboard and also another part of it.
What do you mean the motherboard? What's the motherboard?
Well, dishwashers are computerised now. I don't know. He was just calling it the motherboard, so I'm just repeating. But basically, cockroaches have got into my dishwasher and eaten through the wires that make it work. And do you know how embarrassing that was for me? Because I pride myself on being a super clean
So
lady.
what is the problem that you've got food scraps? Like, I'd presume that, like if you have a bit of food on your plate, and it'd get washed down a sink, wouldn't it?
Well, no, because you're meant to be able to just put
You're not supposed to wash.
Yeah, you're meant to be able to just put your plates in the dishwasher. Haven't
Well,
you
that's what
seen
I mean.
those ads? They got the food on
Yeah,
it
but I'm
still.
saying that when you put them in, and they've got food scraps on them when they're in the machine, surely that's part of the machine's job. I'm presuming that your food scraps just don't sit there for cockroaches to eat. Is what I'm saying here.
Well,
It should just wash away.
yeah, but how often do you turn your dishwasher on? We don't turn it on every time I put a plate in there. Like it might sit there for 24 hours or even
Okay.
God
so
forbid,
that's
48
drawing
hours.
the cockroaches.
And then-
yeah.
and
Well,
then-
they come up through the bottom.
well, right next to the dishwasher is the bin. I don't know where they're scurrying around.
We've
because-
got that. We've
Yeah.
got right next to our dishwashers.
Well,
the
you
bin.
better be careful
too.
about your dishwasher because apparently it's warm in your dishwasher and there's all this food, and so probably when you don't,
A happy honeygram.
yeah.
But what's the motherboard?
The motherboard is just the computer system that gets you. The
And
computerised.
your cockroaches chewed through wire.
Yeah.
Wire. Really?
Well, yeah, the electronics. So I'm just in my head. I say wire. He didn't use the
Oh.
specific word wire to me. He said motherboard.
Well, motherboard would be like one of those little things you put into a computer, with all those little chips and stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
and what's even
Presuming.
more embarrassing, they sent a quote back to fix it, and the lady. So now it's like feels like it's gossip between everyone. The lady writes back,
Yeah.
it's a cockroach
Old
problem, and
Filthy O'Neill.
we definitely recommend that you get pest control. You get pest control
dear.
at your house. And I was like, oh,
It cost a fortune.
it's not the price, it's the
It's like
chemical.
Lutzi, it's like her place is like the Harbour Bridge. You know what I mean? Like,
We actually don't
They
finish
get one of
one
those-
end, and it's time to go
What do you
straight.
call that? What do you call that helicopter that comes over, during a fire? Elvis.
Yeah.
They get Elvis to
No.
dump the pesticide all over your house.
You know, we actually don't use pesticide at our house because
Yeah, Lutzi.
I remember as a kid. I don't know if anyone
Clearly,
else.
that's why you got cockroaches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't-
tell us your great formula you've got instead. What is it?
Go on.
Oh no, we don't do this now. We're
Oh.
anti-pesticide, so I haven't even seen the cockroaches because they've been living in the dishwasher. I don't think I have a cockroach problem. But when I was little, what we did, did you guys do this? Like whenever we went on holidays with my parents, Mum would go,
Oh, yeah.
"Okay, we got to get the cockroach bombs out."
Yes.
Who did this?
We used to have
Oh,
those
God.
bloody things.
So yeah, you get all these cans. So you put all these cans around your house,
yeah.
and they're like cockroach bombs, and they literally are cockroach bombs. And you got to press them all to start them. And
Yeah.
as Ash said, he did the noise for it. What was it?
So you empty a canister of like Mortine,
Oh,
essentially.
or through your
Poisonous gas.
through your house, but you've
Yeah.
got to do it all through your house. And as Ash said, because you got to. We didn't live in a house as big as we live now, but it was a fair size back when I was little.
Hi, I'm Susie O'Neill, and I didn't always live in a mountain. What, didn't your parents have a
People think
tennis
I
court?
always had a west wing.
Well, I used to think it was big. So you'd have to put.
But you had to get out quick, is what you're saying.
Yeah. to get out
to
quick,
make a run for
so
it.
you
She'd
didn't
have to
get
run
poisoned.
straight out of that,
It's like-
past the pool, past the tennis court.
Yeah, not me, my mum, of course. It's mum's job to let off the cockroach bait just because, dads back then, useless. Yeah.
Still are.
No, things have changed. And presses all the button and, runs out. But I don't do that now because I don't want to
I
get
think we used to
poisoned.
do if we were going on holidays for 2 weeks to Coolangatta,
Yeah.
they'd do it then. It's like, quickly, get in the car. Everyone out. And then, in theory, it'd come back and there'd just be carnage. There'd be dead cockroaches everywhere in 2 weeks' time when you came back from Coolangatta.
Exactly.
Let's just speak to Glenn. I think Glenn's got some sort
Intel?
of information on the cockroach situation. What's your bit, Glenn?
Yeah, good morning, guys. In my past life, I was a butcher. And, of course, in butcher shops, you have electronic scales. And the problem is that the cockroaches like to go and hibernate where it's somewhere nice and warm. So they would, be in the scales. They don't actually chew the wires, but what they do is they...
Oh, no!
No,
Hang on,
I've been
what happened?
waiting. That's the biggest tease ever, Glenn.
They actually excrete and they poo on the circuit board, and that shorts out the circuits on your motherboard.
Oh, that's even more
that's
disgusting.
worse.
As you know, cockroaches, I don't believe, have teeth, but yeah, it's a common problem. Geckos do the same thing. I've had it happen at my place with the air conditioner. So the motherboard, the geckos get in there,
But geckos,
and yeah, they excrete on the motherboard, and that shorts out the circuits. But so if you've get good appliances, they actually have a coating over them so that they can't short circuit like that, because it is a common problem in Australia.
okay. I've got so many things to
Gee,
say.
that was very
Firstly, is
informative.
geckos are a lot cleaner than cockroaches. I wouldn't mind if they told me that geckos pooed on my dishwasher. And secondly, I do have a
Why do
very
you
good
like
quality
gecko
dishwasher.
poo better than cockroach poo, though?
Because they're cleaner. They're a cleaner
How?
animal in my mind. In my mind,
mind too.
You're right.
Yeah.
Why do we
If I had
think
to choose
geckos are
between
so
the two,
cute?
I'd choose
Yeah,
gecko.
geckos are cute and
Yeah.
cockroaches are filthy.
Isn't it weird though that we think geckos are okay, but what's the difference between a gecko and a cockroach?
Well, you kill
or
a cockroach, would you
spider?
kill a gecko? You
Or
try
a
and catch
spider.
you try and catch the
True.
gecko and get it outside.
Yeah.
I do know how to kill geckos.
Ash, Lutzi, and Susie O'Neill. The best bits.